Hey guys, welcome back to Chill Silver and such. And today I wanted to go over something a little bit different from what we've been going over in the past few videos. Today I want to talk about fractional silver, fractional gold, and goldbacks for one, because I don't see goldbacks being talked about that much just around. And I want to see what you guys think of them, and I want to let you guys know kind of like what my opinion is on them. So let's jump into that. So let's start with fractional silver, and I just grabbed a few fractionals just to go over it in this video, because I'm not going to go over like all the 10th ounce and quarter ounce, half ounce stuff. That would just be, at that point you should probably just be buying 90% silver. But there are some things that are cool little keepsakes or whatever you might say that might be fractional that you'd say, hey, I'd like to have that, that'd be cool to own. And some of them are pretty interesting designs, they're pretty cool. And so for instance, like, as you guys know, I'm a big Scottsdale Mint fan. So this is a Scottsdale half troy ounce little round, and I really just bought this half ounce round because it was by itself and it's Scottsdale. So just, I love the look of that. It's half ounce, but man, I just love everything Scottsdale. The one I was just showing, it's just got a super bright sheen on it, super polished. It's the Idaho state round, I guess you'd say, silver round. And I don't think this one actually says it, but it's actually 0.45 troy ounces, so just under half an ounce for that. And then third here we have a little Sunshine Mint, which it looks just like the 1 ounce round, but this one's a half troy ounce as well. And I also have a quarter troy ounce of this same coin, and an Aztec quarter ounce as well, just like that. So are silver fractionals worth it? Are they worth buying? Are they worth picking up? To that, I would say yes and no. Yes, in the fact that if it's something that you really enjoy getting, and you have, like, say you're stacking, you want to get a certain amount of silver of Scottsdale, you want to get a certain amount of silver from Sunshine, stuff like that, then things like this are great to pick up because they're beautiful, and they command over spot normally, so they do have a premium even though they are half ounce. And they're cool little additions to your stack based on that. And I mean, they're going to be cheaper. So you think about, you could probably get a half ounce round like this for, I don't know, maybe $15 to $18. And then if you ever wanted to sell that, you would get half of spot plus a premium of, depending on where you go, it'd probably be about $6. So you'd get about 18 to 20, I would say, on the resale. And I mean, don't quote me on that. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I think that from what I've seen, that's about what you would see in the market. So I think that they do have a place in the stack. I think that people should be buying them, but not at a high rate. You need to stay with your 1 ounce rounds, 1 ounce bars, things like that, to actually build your weight up. But yeah, those are nice, and it's nice to have some of those in your stack for smaller, like smaller transactions, I guess you'd say, because if something does happen, and if the bank stuff does collapse, I know we're going to that central bank digital currency, so it's looking like it's heading in that direction. It's been heading in that direction for a while. The dollar's, I in my opinion, I think the dollar's dying. So Stuff like this is a little bit easier to transfer back and forth than say a full 1 ounce of silver. So, and that's where 90% silver comes in. That's good stuff. But this is also highly recognized. And it'd be easier to say, okay, well, I don't want to spend a full ounce of silver for that. So I have half ounce, quarter ounces. So it is good to have some, but I wouldn't say make that a priority. I would probably prioritize 90% over the fractional like this. So, I mean, honestly, it would go in order from 1 to 3. It would be your 1 ounce rounds and bars, then 90%, then your fractional like this. Which, nothing wrong with it if you want to start. Like if you're just starting your stack, nothing wrong with getting some fractionals to start with. That's great. As long as you're stacking and you're building weight, I mean, if that's all you can afford with your budget, then go for it, But find things, I would say, that are highly recognizable and that will sell back, or that you can find someone that will purchase your item if you're going to do fractionals. So let's go on to probably the main contender of the episode here, and that is gold backs. I've got a couple one gold backs here. I think these are both Utah and both 2022s. So if you look at the bottom there, they're 1/1000th of a troy ounce 24 karat gold. So with these together, I have 1/500th of an ounce of troy, 1/500th of a troy ounce of gold. So it's kind of a tongue twister there, but should people be buying gold backs? That's the question there. And I mean, as you can tell, there's painter's tape on the back, so just disregard that. That's just holding this flap down. But I mean, they're beautiful, just craftsmanship and artwork on this. I mean, it's super nice. You can see what's gone in to make these, because these are foil notes, so it's hard to work with these, for one, especially make something so nice out of it. So will gold backs have a prominent place in your stack? And honestly, I think that they have a place, and that's why I wanted to do the fractional silver with these as kind of an idea, because this fractional silver is kind of in the same vein as this fractional gold, because you can kind of think of this as, like a little bar or a little round, but basically a lot smaller, 1/1000th of a troy ounce for each one of these. And they do make 5s, 10s, 25s, and 50s. The 1 is 1/1000th. The 5 is 1/400th, I believe. The 10 is 1/200th. 25 is 1/40th. And then the 50 is 1/20th of a troy ounce. But the 50s are hard to find, and the price on those is pretty high. And these do have pretty high premiums on these, because then again, these can be handed back and forth easily, a lot easier than a big brick of gold can. And it's like having your normal fiat currency, but it's this is actual gold, and so you hand that over to somebody just like you would a dollar or something like that. So do gold backs have a place? Yes. Do they have an intention? Yes. And I think that if you don't want to do the little fractional gold route, so do the quarter grams, half grams, 1 gram, stuff like that, if you don't want to do that, this is a good route, because gold backs, to me, it seems like the closest thing that you can get to being back to a fiat currency. And I think if something does happen and it ends up being that we're having to use our gold and silver as for transaction, then this would be the easiest pill for people to swallow, I think, is to have something that looks and feels like money, again, but it's actual gold. So I think it does have a place, and I think if you really think about it, it can kind of take over that role of that paper money, aspect of it. And then of course you have your normal silver and gold for anything that might be more than what one gold back would get you. But I do think it has a place. I wouldn't say that you need to prioritize these over your gold fractionals, like the half gram, 1 gram fractionals like that. But I do think that it would be worth it just to have maybe $20-50 worth of gold backs just kind of in the stack. And when I say $20 or $50, so $20 or $50 based on this monetary value that they give it at the top. So this is one gold back, so I'd say 20 to 50 gold backs. So if that's 225s or 150, or if you want to do 51s, however you want to do it, I do think that gold backs have a place, in that temper your expectations on that, because buying enough to get 1 troy ounce of gold in these, you're going to overpay by so much. It's not going to be worth it anymore. So temper your expectations on these. Don't buy it for trying to get a one full troy ounce of this. Buy it to have in case everything, the worst case scenario happens, then you can use these as your fractional gold, and it won't freak people out as much. And you can actually transfer this a little bit easier, and you don't have to worry about people questioning the integrity, because they can look at this and tell, because it's so thin, that it's 24 karat. And gold backs are hard to fake anyway. I'm sure that probably people have, and people will. Anything that can be faked will be faked. But that's a good option, I would say, for your fractional. But keep your fractional gold and silver as well. But that's not a bad option. And I know that there are places in Utah, places like that, where these come from, that there are towns and communities that actually still they're using these as their currency instead of the normal fiat currency. It's still, the dollar is still around and it's still circulating through there, but there's people and shops that accept gold backs, and people come in and they buy goods and services today with gold backs. And I just think that's really cool. And it's places in Utah, Wyoming, and New Hampshire. I think it's New Hampshire. There's a few places that have that, but I think that's really awesome. And it kind of goes to show that people are already starting to trust these more than they trust a dollar, and they'll take these before they will a dollar, or $10, however much they tell you, hey, 1 gold back equals this amount of goods and services. So that's really cool. And that's kind of the purpose of this video. I wanted to show and kind of go over the types of fractional silver and gold, and kind of what I think should be a good mix for your stack. And honestly, this right here is a good mix in my opinion. This is just an example here, but just say a good mix of a fractional 1/2 ounce, 1/4 ounce silver, and some 1/2 ounce, 1/4 ounce, or 1/2 gram, 1/4 gram gold with some gold backs and things like that. That's good to have on that, like stashed away to the side for if things really just get bad. Then you can use these as a quick, turnaround, just to hand to somebody and purchase goods and services, instead of having to break down a big 10 ounce block of silver, or, you know, break apart or clip a 1-ounce gold coin or something. You don't want to have to do that. So that's where these come in. And I think that's going to be a big deal if that does happen. But regardless if it does or not, it's still a good way to purchase goods and services and not have to break a big chunk out of your stack and say, oh, here's a piece of it, just to buy something that you could buy with a few of the fractionals. So, but that's basically all I wanted to cover in this video. I know we really haven't touched on the fractional stuff at all, and really haven't seen any gold yet on the channel, but this is the first gold I'm presenting. I have some gold tied up right now. I'm trying to get that to work and get it on the channel, but I keep gold separately from my silver. So hopefully we'll be seeing some more gold here on the channel soon. And I'm trying to get that to where, you know, it's not only silver, but silver's the main focus. But anyway, guys, I hope you've had a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope everything's been, you know, awesome. Hope you guys are doing well. I really appreciate you guys getting the subscriber count up. It's been awesome. Like I said, we get to 100, I'm putting an ounce of silver in the box, and then for every 100 subscribers after that, another ounce goes in. When we hit 1,000, I'll do a live stream when I'll give away those 10 ounces to people. So just keep subscribing. We'll get there eventually soon, hopefully. And yeah, just remember the people who gave the ultimate sacrifice to give us this opportunity to do this type of stuff. You know, I know Memorial Day was yesterday, but this, you know, it's always good to remember the men and women who fight for our freedoms every day. And they allow us to do things like this, and they allow me to talk to you guys and, you know, kind of go through what we can have as a citizen because of their sacrifice. And that is not just including gold, silver, whatever. I mean, that's including, you know, the Second Amendment. That's including our guns and everything else, our liberty, our freedom as a nation. So I just wanted to make sure to thank those guys, and anybody watching, thank you very much for your service. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you have a great week coming up. And I'll be back sooner rather than later with a new video. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.